What is up, everybody? It's Monday. You know what that means. We got some Monday night mock drafts going, baby. Let's go. We got some Scott Fishbowl mock going. I know a bunch of people have already started their mock or their drafts. I know the draft started today. All the slow drafts started today. And then there was some awesome drafts this past weekend, one which Greg was at. And then the weekend before that was like the Vegas. There was a bunch of other ones that happened, I think, too. I think Florida. I think there was a bunch that happened the first weekend. So, and then this weekend coming up, I know it's going to be Minneapolis. I know Chicago, and I think there's a few other places as well.
Dallas. Bob Harrison, Dallas.
Are you going to be there?
I'm driving up with my wife. Yes, we will.
Let's go. So, hey, if y'all don't know, this is Greg Kellogg, and you should know this is Greg Kellogg. And then I got Will in the house with me too, and you should get to know Will too because he knows his stuff.
Shout out to Stacy Perez.
Oh, I love
Stacy Perez is a fantasy. She's an expert. That's the best way to put it. And she went to the Orlando draft and took some pictures and videos for me that I'm going to be putting into a reel. Now, I did a reel for the Houston draft, but I'm going to combine as many draft photos and stuff as I can to give everybody a feel for what it's like to be at a live draft for Scott Fishbowl. And I got to tell you, it was off the hook. Tip was there with me. Tip was there with me drafting. Not in my league, but he was drafted.
And you know what's so fun? Like this will be my third year going to one, and it's gotten bigger and bigger every year that I've gone to a live draft, and I'm stoked. This year's from what I saw from y'all's this year, or from what's been, all the pictures that are out on Twitter, like it was absolutely bonkers. Like I'm like, this is gonna be double as big as last year, and ours was pretty big last year. We had a huge raffle. We had four teams that drafted last year, and it's going to be bigger. I think 6 or 8 for us this year in Minneapolis. So it's just growing and growing. It's fun. Scott Fish is doing a lot of things. Make sure you go check out Fantasy Cares. Check out what they got. A lot of stuff going on. Make sure you go donate. Go to fantasycares. I think it's .org, right? I'm pretty sure it's .org.
Yeah, it is. It's fantasycares.org. Hey,
they got awesome merch too.
One thing we have to mention: these live drafts have silent auctions. And like at the Houston one, there was a Tank Dell autographed jersey. Now, I've already donated a lot of money to Fantasy Cares, but I just can't do $175+ for a jersey. But that said, somebody went over that because that was the opening bid, not the winning bid. But there's so much great stuff there. Even if you're not drafting, swing by and you're going to take photos for me, right?
Yes, I can definitely do that. I can get a little bit of video too. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. I'm super excited. So Rich is gonna be there. You'll have to meet up with Rich because he's one of our guys too. He's a really good dude. So you should meet up with Rich.
He's gonna be in Dallas.
Yep, he'll be in Dallas. He said.
Hey, Rich. We'll see. Oh, it's on Saturday. I thought the draft was on Saturday in Dallas.
There you go, Rich. You better. Or one of you guys got to figure out the date.
Show up and no draft.
Well, they may have 2 days. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I know that Bob is drafting on Saturday. I'll be there Saturday.
What's up, Wendy?
What's up, Wendy?
Rich said Sunday. So check. We got to figure out the dates, make sure it's good. We don't want anybody driving up when they're not supposed to. That's no fun. Oh, yeah. By the way, shout out to Pete. Hope he's feeling a lot better. We're about to get this draft going, but I wanted to give a little shout out to Pete. Pete's having some health issues. So, much love for Pete.
We love you, Pete.
Yeah, hope you feel a lot better. He's hoping that
we're having hurricane issues here in Texas.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Well, you want to know the best part of it? The Houston live draft was put on by a guy named Jody Smith, and he was assisted by a pharmacist, FF Medicine Cabinet, whose real name is Beryl. And yes, it's spelled Beryl, just like a hurricane.
All right, so we are about to go live. And Greg actually had some video for us from the Scott Fish. We couldn't get it uploaded, but we're going to post that. So make sure you come check out Thursday's show at, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We start up at 6, Central time, the correct time, the right time, Central
right
Time.
day.
I can't wait for the in season when we actually have a game afterwards. And I got to tell you, I'm really excited.
Thursday is over.
Well, I'm really excited that JC has some plans for Thursday after our show in season. They're going to be doing watch parties for the Thursday night football. I think that's great.
We're going to have them on Mondays too. Yeah, it's about to get full. We start going hard. Once it starts getting closer to the season, we go full gear, man. It's almost every single day. So be ready for it. Like Thursday, we're gonna be taking Thursdays over. There's even gonna be, I think there might even be 4 or 5 shows on Thursdays.
I think you better tease our guest this week. Our guest, we're gonna talk about. That's right, Mr. Will. You looking forward to it, buddy? You gonna tell people you're gonna educate them on Discord?
Yeah, we're gonna talk to Discord and the way we network within the community. And the advice and trade advice sometimes, even if it's not a league that most of the guys in the community aren't in, and you and your local buddies, it's definitely gonna be fun. We're working on getting the shows automated. So every day where there's a show, there will be a nice post in there embedded under announcements, TSA announcements, where we'll show what show is going to be that day, especially going into the season, because I do know that this season we're just going to rock and roll. I'm so stoked for the
you're going to teach me
the watch parties. Sorry, brain fart.
Yeah,
watch parties.
You're going to teach me
awesome.
how to on Twitter find the TSA notifications. They come up on my Twitter, and if I click on it, then I can see everything.
Exactly.
But when they don't come up, I don't know how to find them. So you're going to have to educate me on Thursday.
Educate. I love that word. Of course.
So we're about to we got to get this draft started real quick. We can talk about once I start the
you got to
draft.
put the dog in the other room because it's no fair having an expert drafter with you.
If I put her in the other room, she will start barking. All right, I'm going to go over these rules a little bit just so y'all know, anybody that's watching, anybody that doesn't know what the Scott Fish Bowl is all about. It's about funky rules, funky scoring. It's about, making things fun, making things different than the norm. So just so y'all know, this is a super flex league. You only have to start one running back, one wide receiver, which is different than any. This is the first time I've seen them do like this. One tight end you have to start. You don't. Let's see here. Then one super flex. You have to start a kicker, and then I think there's 6 flex.
5 flex actually. So I think you're one off. Yeah.
Yeah. This
one super flex and 5 flexes.
This was one that was. This was a graphic I was put out on Twitter.
In my fantasy league, you can actually flex kickers. And because of the scoring system, you get 3.3 points for an extra point.
Man.
You get field goals based on the yards, it's the distance. And I got to tell you, out of the top 100 for the last 4 years using this scoring system, out of the top 100, about 14 and a half kickers per year were in the top 100 scoring. So a kicker is a viable flex. You just can't do it on Sleeper because Sleeper doesn't allow it. But MFL does. MFL does. So if you're on an MFL league, and if you want to get into Scott Fish Bowl, these guys will tell you, Scott Fish is one of the greatest.
Greg, before we get into all this, we can talk when we draft. I got to get into the draft. We got to start the draft because draft's going to take it. So we'll get the draft started, and then we can talk a little bit about, what the Scott Fish is all about. I mean, how you can get in so people know for next year. So let me start the draft. Will, you're on the board. You start us off. And just remember, this is a quirky league, have fun with it. I mean, tight ends can get crazy, score a lot of points,
Super premium.
It is, yes, it's super flex. So here we go.
And yes, it is 3rd round reversal.
Oh, yeah. That is true. 3rd round reversal. So once it gets to the 3rd round, so it'll snake around like a normal one through the 1st and 2nd round. But once it gets to the end of the 2nd round, it goes back to the end. So number 12 will start there, and then it'll basically start how it goes for normal. It only reverses once. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Scott Fish then, Greg.
Okay, well, Scott's one of the great gentlemen in this industry. And he's been running this for 14 years. And basically, all the money that goes into this, it's by donations only. Am I up yet? Not yet. One more. It's by donations only. You can get in for free, but we recommend you donate because the money all goes to. Hang on. Oh crap! I gotta go. They took my boy. I can't believe they took my Mahomes. So I'll go B, John. The money goes to fantasycares.org, and you can donate to fantasycares.org just by going to the website. And it is a registered charity, so you will get a tax form so that you can claim that on your taxes. But all the money goes to different charities around the country. But the primary charity is Toys for Tots. They buy toys for kids that wouldn't get them otherwise at Christmas time. And that's a U.S. Marine charity. So if you're not in Scott Fishbowl, and trust me, a lot of people aren't, there were, at the last time I talked to Scott, which was several weeks ago, 42,500 applicants for the Scott Fishbowl this year, 4,000 teams.
Yeah,
4,000 teams. If you're not in, you can guarantee yourself a spot by getting into one of the mirror leagues and finishing in the top 500. The top 500 in mirror leagues get in. And by the way, Scott raised $286,000 for charity last year, and his goal is $500,000 this year. So
I think he's going to go over that.
Yeah, I think.
I hope so.
He's going to go over that, dude. Like I said, from last year, like I said, and I feel like Minnesota. I heard Minnesota's was one of the most.
You're up, JC.
Minnesota's was one of the most. For let's see here.
I don't want you to time out, buddy. Yeah, Minnesota's a big one because that's where Scott's from. That's where Fantasy Cares is organized at. A guy named Bob Gilchrist is another big player there. Follow these guys on Twitter.
Shoot, I'll take.
They're just great people. Now I've got to pick. And I went running back in a super flex.
Woof. I'm going to tell you, last year that did not work for me. I did it last year.
I went tight end first last year. But if you don't get one of the top 5 tight ends, why bother?
I'm going to tell you, last year I had Bijan Robinson because he ended up falling to the 3rd. And I got him in the 3rd round reversal because I think I was at 10 last year. And I had Breece Hall. And I had Nick Chubb, who got hurt.
All right. So for our watchers, you might notice that we jumped from the first drafter all the way to the 12th drafter, 3rd round reversal. So it's a regular snake draft, except in the 3rd round, whoever went 12th goes first. Whoever went first goes 12th. If you're in this type of league, you do not want one of the first 3 picks. Yes, you guarantee you get a superstar, but man, it hurts you the rest of the draft.
I made that rookie mistake. That's why I picked one here, just keeping it consistent across the board.
Pete says Laporta no matter what.
Well, I like Sam because I'm a Michigan fan, and they took Kelsey.
I like Laporta, but I wouldn't.
The run on tight ends is happening.
Well, the first 4 picks were actually the same as my first 4 picks the first 4 picks in my division in Scott Fishbowl. I had first pick Allen, McCaffrey, Hurts, Jackson. And then I want to pick Kincaid to get the stack. I think that'll be a solid stack, especially with 3rd round reversal, because I don't want to lose out on Kincaid because people still have him in their top 10 for tight ends this year.
Ooh, Anthony, he's thinking here.
At the 6th pick in my actual live draft. And by the way, if you can get to a live draft for Scott Fishbowl, you can meet some really great people. You should try to, whether you draft there or not, get to the live draft because it is so much fun.
Yeah,
I got Pat Mahomes in the 1st, and I missed Kelsey by 1 pick. I got sniped. 1 pick behind me.
Got a snipe at. That's what we used to say.
Yes, we did. So, Anthony, you're going to want to get Blake Corum. Trust me on that, buddy.
Greg loves Corum. No matter what draft.
Corum, but either way, he's going to split with Kyron Williams. And if he takes the job, at least you've got a really good running back lineup locked up.
He's good.
He's
good, but I don't think he's going to outtake Kyron Williams, though.
I took Garrett Wilson.
Definitely going to be top.
I want to try and see how I like this team because, I wanted to see what it's like if I get Richardson. I want to take 2 elite receivers right away because you can flex your receivers, and I think receivers are going to do really well this year.
Yep.
So I want to have some elite receivers. I feel like there's talent this year at tight end. I feel like a lot of people got moved around. There's some new people. Some people are falling. Some guys stopped playing football. So there's some guys that they're still going to be able to that I'm going to be able to put in there and maybe flex.
Yeah, didn't Evan Ingram get 100 catches or something like that last year?
Yeah,
he had a really big workload. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you right now, which was a fun cheat code when you kind of knew when to play him, was Taysom Hill because he had double designation and you can play him at the.
He's great best ball. He's great best ball.
He helped me out a little bit last year because my quarterbacks, like I said, injuries really hurt me last year. Nick Chubb going down. Ooh, that was
you
not
got to save your fab bucks, man. You can't use it all in the first week.
Oh, I mean, I had the best part about it is my last pick last year in the draft was Zach Moss, so that really helped me out.
Kyron all day, SoCal. I agree. I don't think Corum's going to do bad. I think he'll definitely see the field a lot, but I don't think that he's going to take over Kyron right now.
Oh, I do. He's bigger, he's faster, and he's got better vision. Man,
Pat's he's going all quarterback.
Bigger is not always good in the running back, though. Sometimes the smaller guys, like I'm only 5'5". So when I was in high school, I played running back because I was short.
Corum's 5'9".
Yeah, I
mean, but he's 203 pounds, whereas Kyron is what, 195 or something like that.
Look it up.
All right, I like this start. I got Evan Ingram, who was a huge target. I mean, now you got somebody now it's just Brian Thomas coming in to fill in for Calvin Ridley, who had a ton of targets.
Yeah.
So Ingram, I think his targets are going to go up.
Isn't that Christian Kirk's job too?
And Christian Kirk, yeah. I mean, Christian Kirk, didn't he play? He played there last year, though. So, I mean,
he was hurt last year. He missed some games.
I still think, Ingram's got so much, him and Trevor Lawrence, man, they just got a nice little bond.
Yep. Can't disagree with that.
Jerry takes Trevor.
Pat Joyce, it's a good thing to do because the only way you grow and learn, I feel, is uncomfortable situations. So if you do something different and it works out, you look like a champ. Now you learn something, moving forward, unless obviously years it changes. But that's what I like to do in these mock drafts. I don't really mock the same way I do here, the same way I do elsewhere. I just use these to learn.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to try something new. Just try it, see what it looks like.
And when you're in a league with 4,000 teams, you better be different. Because if you're all doing the same stuff, you're not going to separate. What won it last year? Puka Nacua, who was virtually undrafted, and Kyron Williams, who was virtually undrafted. You got those two guys.
Travis Kelce. You had to have Travis Kelce.
I had Travis Kelce in the first with the 5th pick last year, and I made the playoffs 2 weeks in, but I just didn't have enough around it.
Kyron Williams is 202 pounds, 5'9".
Oh, no, he's not.
That's what it says.
I know, but I'll find it.
You saying he's lighter than that?
Yeah, he's under 200. Where'd you get it from?
Fantasy data.
Oh, try NFL.com.
Jerry on the clock.
And it's ticking. Oh, he's only used half his clock. He's still got time.
I already know. Oh, what? I thought he would have went. I thought he would have went something like this. This is what I would have done. If I was 2 fat guys, I would have took that stack with Tua. Jalen Waddle. Man, Waddle Waddle would have been up there for receptions if he didn't get banged up those couple weeks. He was tearing it up. Having him now is like my 3 and be able to flex something like that. I like that.
Yeah. So you took
somebody else I thought about, but
who's your quarterback?
I got Anthony Richardson.
Uh-huh.
I just basically took him for upside play, I think, with the rushing. Because to me, I was trying to tell this to Gina today earlier because she asked me about it.
Yeah, he's got a good point.
And she has McCaffrey in the first, and then like it was like Puka and like AJ Brown and some other people. I was like, who? And she's like McBride. And I was like, either you can wait and see who comes back to you in the third for tight end. I'm not as high on McBride as everybody else is. I think, if Marvin Harrison is as good as everyone thinks he is, it's when Hopkins was healthy and Kyler was healthy, Kyler had that like number one guy to throw to. Hopkins had 160 targets. So I guess you could see like Ertz got a lot of targets, but it was when Hopkins was kind of down, or I don't even think Hopkins was there. But they played together. I just think that his targets go down a little bit. They also got who else did they get there? Zay Jones, I think, just went there. They got that Michael Wilson. I think they have somebody else.
A lot of people are high on Wilson.
I like him.
I am too.
Like I'm saying, I think that people are way too high on McBride. I think that he's
got my stack. It's a little earlier than I would go on Cousins normally, but the quarterbacks are disappearing fast.
I'll go now. I'll get my RB1 here, so I'm fine with having Kamara as my RB1.
So if he catches 100 balls, you're doing fine.
2 things. Greg, he was 194.
Thank you.
Yep. And then JC, I like what 2 fat guys said. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. I don't want to call you fat guy.
Anthony.
Oh yeah, my bad. I didn't see that you had.
He's got Tyreek. That's a good stack.
Yeah, I missed that. Yeah, that's good.
I did too.
I did too.
Yeah, I don't know. Jacobs can't even ride a dirt bike without falling it off. So
Anthony, you better get Marshawn Lloyd.
Can't even ride a dirt bike.
So I love Marshawn Lloyd. Talent. But in college, man, he looked like he had buttered popcorn before you got out to carry the ball. He had fumbled.
Well, Lloyd and Trey Benson, neither one of them, they averaged 12 carries a game. So they weren't like you would call workload hogs. And in this scoring system, you get a quarter of a point for every carry. So every 4 carries, you get a point. 20 carry running back gives you 5 points without scoring.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. So guys like Kamara who might get, or Gibbs may get 12 to 15 carries. He's going to have to make his points on receptions. And I think running backs only get a half point per reception, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Whereas tight ends get a full point. And they also get a point for first downs, too. So that's something that's got to be added in. But I think what most people, I don't think they're missing it in these mocks. Return yardage gives you points. And with the new NFL rules on kickoff returns, where the kicking team cannot leave the 35 until the ball is either touched or hits the ground, that gives the returners 15 to 20-yard head start to return the ball. I think it's going to be real fun to watch this year. Will, did you watch any UFL games at all?
No.
They had that rule in the UFL.
How does it work? I mean,
they have to put their foot on the 35. They put their foot on the 35, and they cannot leave until the ball either touches the receiver or hits the ground.
So how does does it work better?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Oh, okay. I thought you saw it. I thought you watched it. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that.
Oh, am I on the clock? Yeah. I almost slept in my prayer.
Pete, my wife says she likes the clean dad bod. So Had to clean it up a little bit. She's the boss.
Hey, you're a smart man if you know that.
Happy wife, happy life.
Oh, no kidding.
Especially with a 1-year-old. Just started walking today. And he took a spill on my tile floor. So I was a little occupied.
Yeah. Callie, your boy Callie King in here. May says Greg loving the Falcon stack. There goes Aubrey. That's way too soon, but
nope.
way too soon.
Aubrey was far and away the highest scoring kicker in this system last year.
He was actually a top 45 player, but it's still too soon. Too soon, Junior.
Nope. That'll pay off. That'll pay off. Why?
Why? It'll pay off. It'll pay off in MFL if you can start like 5 of them, 4 of them.
JC, slide the board up a little bit so we can see that bottom row. There you go.
I could just drop this down when we're not, but it's not my turn. Actually, I could drop it down and just draft on the phone.
That's what I'm doing, is drafting on the phone. Easier.
I agree.
So, Will, how long have you been playing fantasy football?
This will be my 8th year. Yep.
So you're a newbie.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
basically,
I'm no Hall of Famer.
I've been playing since 2011.
I started in '86, so everybody's a newbie to me.
Older than me,
for sure. Pete said, "Will, you need a beard."
Somebody snapped Zamir from me.
I'm telling you, man. I got a gut feeling, dude. He's going to be the next Alexander Madison.
Oh, you don't like him then? You don't like Zamir White?
Feeling, man. I don't know what it is.
I'm not unhappy having Najee as my third running back.
So I'm going to resort to Anthony's comment saying for Greg that you have way too much faith in rookies this year. My question, and I asked this to a lot of people, what's your take on Marvin Harrison Jr. and how do you think he's going to do this year?
I think he's overhyped. I think he's a good receiver, and I think he's going to do fine. But he's a rookie. He's going to take some learning. And I just think that it's very hard for these rookies to live up to their hype when they're a generational talent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Bijan, look at Bijan last year. He had a good year, but he didn't have a generational year.
Correct.
Okay. I like him better this year because I think he's going to be getting more of the workload inside the 5 than Tyler Algier did. I mean, Algier sniped a lot from him last year. I don't think that happens this year. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be a fine NFL receiver, and in dynasty leagues, I see the value. In redraft leagues, he would be going way later than he is. I'd rather have Malik Neighbors as a rookie wide receiver. Might rather have Roman Wilson. Wait a minute. Roman Wilson's going to be the wide receiver 2 on that team. And Russell Wilson can use multiple wide receivers, which, you know, the problem with Marvin Harrison Jr. is who's his quarterback? It's Kyler, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do we know about Kyler? 1, he runs a lot, and 2, he gets hurt a lot.
Yeah, he gets hurt. He's got the
and who's his backup?
Who is his backup? I don't even know.
I don't know if it's Gordon Minshew or not. I don't know who it is.
No, Gardner Minshew's on Vegas.
Okay, so he's with O'Connell then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who he is. And if you don't know who his quarterback is, that's a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know his backup quarterback. One will also be third or fourth target on offense. Yep. Bijan last year was more of a product of Arthur Smith.
Okay, I got one guy in my queue, and you better not snipe him.
Spot on.
Whoever's next. Who is next, JC? Oh, and he did. He took the quarterback. I got my Christian Kirk guy.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not going Christian Kirk. You know, I already have Ingram. I'm not going to have Kirk and Ingram.
Yeah.
If I don't have, you know, Trevor Lawrence, there's no point in go in the stack like that. All right, we are in the 9th round. Having a lot of fun here. Welcome in, everybody. If you want to, I see everyone. If you're on Twitter, hop over to the YouTube. Come hang out with us. Subscribe. It's absolutely free. We got a lot of content coming out. I might pop on and do some drafters after dark. After this, maybe do a couple of $2 best ball drafts. If you haven't got signed up for drafters, highly recommend it. You can use our promo code TSA Bets, deposit up to a $100 match. Check it out, man. It's a lot of fun. I've been winning in golf, Greg.
Yeah, you showed me you win some. Would you triple your money, I think?
No, I mean, it's over doubled it. I put in, I got $20 on a $16 investment. So, I did pretty good. I was pretty happy with the outcome. Fifth place out of 148. I'm pretty happy with that. It was my first GPP which is like a big contest in golf on drafters. So that was pretty fun. Yeah, hit those likes. Clayton Tune, Arizona QB. And nobody wants Clayton Tune to play. Let's get some music in here. Too quiet. Background. I have a little bit of background.
I don't know who Hawk is, but him taking McConkey this early just wets my whistle.
I don't know if
I was looking for a light hookup with that one.
Shaheed is off the board, one of the first returners off the board. Just remember, return yards are a big thing in this too. So return yards are a huge thing in this.
Rich, I like your first and second pick. I know it's third round reversal, but you got Hall at 12. That's.
Yeah, like Hall's not falling out of the first round very often, and not to the end of it very often.
No,
that's he's usually the second back tanking.
That's a steal.
Yep. And I'm going to take the second return guy.
There you go. Nice one, Mims. I thought he'd fall to the next round.
He would have, but
he's jumped now a couple rounds.
Yeah. Well, I figured, I'd still got him before you if I waited one, but I can't trust this Will guy.
No, I would have. If he would have came back, I would have got him before.
Oh, you're after me. That's right. You would have been before me coming back. Will's up early, yeah.
Yeah, all right, I'll get a stack here with Will Levis and DeAndre Hopkins.
So Anthony thinks that Shakir is going to be the number one guy in Buffalo.
I think he can do some return stuff too, I wonder.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Sutton.
I've got my return guy in mind, and that person was drafted by somebody pretty high at the Houston draft. Rich says he likes the 12 spot. Mr. Burrito Bandito, Mr. Worldwide himself. Yeah, Shaheed's stats from last year would have put him in like the top 30. I think we're.
He was wide receiver 7, I think.
Mike Clay,
go ahead.
Mike Clay put in his statistics for returners this year, and I think he used it with the Scott Fish return rules, and I think he said the number 2 overall player with that statistics was Marvin Mims to finish.
Well, he likes Shaheed too, but he's assuming that Shaheed will return kicks, and after Shaheed was promoted to wide receiver 2, they took him off the kickoff return team. He still returned punts. He just did not. He didn't make it to the kickoff team.
Yeah, Pat said he's not into the. Oh yeah, You're not 100% sure. Like you don't know what that is. Like somebody said in another chat earlier, they were like, you don't have to draft high-end wide receivers because you can get the value back from returners. I'm like, dude, you don't know. Anybody can be taken out of that returner spot. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, what if Shaheed is now, they're like, all right, you're the number 2 guy wide receiver, we're gonna take you, you're not gonna be a returner anymore. You don't want to get hurt. What if that happens? Like that huge value.
Then he's a pure number 2 receiver that you just took way too high.
I wouldn't get the same upside as the returner. You know what I'm saying? That's
more. He was picked in at least one Scott Fishbowl, I think at 112 by somebody. But still, I think the most outrageous pick I saw was Saquon Barkley at 1.02. And it's not that Saquon's not good or he won't be good in Philadelphia. It's simply that, still Blake Corum. I told the guy, you better get Corum.
See, Hockenson, I don't need Hockenson until week 12, but if he comes back and he's healthy, I'm happy with him here this late.
Right, he played well when he was healthy.
Yeah, but now he's going to have a rookie quarterback.
Did he have a major injury? What was his injury?
I thought wasn't his ACL or something?
I thought
he had a major injury.
He did. I thought he tore his ACL. That's a 9-month injury to get back and an 18-month injury to be full speed. It's the confidence. It's not the thing. Jerry took Bijan in the first and Barkley in the second. See, that's my point, Jerry, is that you can get Barkley pretty much any time in the second round.
What the hell?
You can pick anybody at 101, at 102.
Did you see this?
No, Shaheed went at 112. Yeah, I think so. In one of the live drafts. That's what I said.
How is that value there?
It's not. People read something from Mike, and Mike's a good guy, and he's a very good analyst. But again, I don't think Mike took into account that they removed Shaheed from the kickoff team. Now, they may feel with the new rules that they have to have him back there for field position. I don't know. We'll see, but we don't know because preseason's not here yet.
Taysom Hill is such a good pickup in this league.
Yeah, see, it's on
Farquaad, that's such a good pickup.
I think Taysom Hill's a great pickup in best ball, but how do you know when to start him?
He is
one of the most up and down tight ends there is.
I don't know if he has a double designation this year, but it was like last year. It's like I had a guy go down.
He does.
Oh, yeah, see, like it was like a point where I had a quarterback go down and the other quarterbacks were all on bye. So I had to start him, and it was actually nice because it was like a week where he went off, and I was like, yes, it actually worked out. Like I had to start him. There was no other option. It was like I have to start somebody. Sure, I'll just take a swing. Hopefully it works, and boom, it worked. Oh my gosh, what a.
Taysom Hill is at the end of his lifespan, Anthony. I do agree with that. He's not lifespan, but like his career, he's getting up there. But I still think he's good to hold in a league like this with tight end premium and using them in 2 different spots. It saves one bench position.
Yeah,
and I don't see him being QB, but.
I would only start him in a situation where it's like it's a must. Like your tight ends are hurt or out. Pete timed out.
Oh, we need to get a button that says like timeout when someone goes in on that show.
Now I didn't really need this. It was more of a homer pick, I will admit, but it's a third quarterback, and if he breaks out, I think he's going to be the highest scoring rookie quarterback. He can run. People don't realize he can run. And I think he's the most pro-ready quarterback in the draft, except for Drake May. But Drake May went to a worse situation.
The one I like the most out of the rookie QBs, I was going to go with Bo Nix originally, but is Jalen Daniels. Washington is going to be scary this year.
Have you seen his body? This guy's a stick. If he takes off running and doesn't slide, he's going to get broken.
So is Brady. Brady wasn't big.
Brady didn't run.
But he's got so many weapons. He's got Eckler. He's got McLaurin. I don't know about that. But who's the other? Who's the other one in Washington? Marvin Harris. No, not Marvin. They just picked.
That's what you're talking about. What team?
Washington. They just picked up receiver.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Washington.
Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones. No.
Marvin Jones is dead, isn't he?
What?
He's 60, I think. He's not a young man. Marvin Jones used to play in Detroit.
No. Oh, I'm thinking of Luke McCaffrey. Who did they just pick up?
Marvin Jones used to play for Detroit.
Yeah, I said that.
He's only 34 years old.
Yeah, they have Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler. Ben Sinnott, which I think Sinnott's going to be fired.
What's up, Mel?
Luke McCaffrey, Zach Ertz.
Jahan Dotson. They didn't pick him up. He's been there.
No. He's been there. I'm still looking because
Terry McLaurin's there.
I don't know why I'm drawing.
Well, I love these fast drafts a lot more than I like those slow ones.
Oh, for sure.
It took me a full day to get to my pick in the FF7s. Oh, by the way, if you're listening, Iggy runs the FF7s as a charity for Kawasaki disease.
Jaden Daniels.
Check it out.
Oh, you're talking about quarterback? You should have just said quarterback for Washington.
No. I know Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, do you really think Eckler's going to play a lot?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he's
going to really like Brian Robinson Jr.
They're not going to do dump offs. I don't think as much. Jaden. He's going to he'll take off.
But they have DQ now as coach.
Rookie quarterbacks tend not to be able to support two receivers. Now, CJ Stroud did, but that's unusual.
Washington's going to win the NFC East. And Bear Fan Pete, I'm resorting back to a bunch of haters from my guy Caleb Williams. I'm not hating on him. I'm just being honest. I think the guy's going to be a bust. He's got I feel like he's got that Baker Mayfield kind of feel to him, where when he went to Cleveland, everybody was so much hype, and nothing. But he does have a lot of weapons. So I hope he proves me wrong for you, honestly. But I'm staying away from him.
Yeah, I agree with this. Eckler is a great blocker, though. Yeah, Brian Robinson is the best you want, the Commander.
I think so, Rich. I just don't know. I want to see preseason.
Anthony says, I still want you to provide the data that leads you to that decision.
Which decision is that?
Probably the Brian Robinson. I don't know.
Robinson Eckler. Well, Eckler just didn't look like he had it last year. And running backs hit a cliff. It's usually around 29 or 30 years old. How old is Eckler? Is he 27, 28?
Eckler's, I think, turning 20. I think he's 29.
Eckler is.
I should say on
29.
his.
29. So he's right at that age where running backs fall off the cliff.
Yep, 100%.
So I don't know if it's good. Now, I did see a video on YouTube of Austin Eckler. Dude is jacked. He looks like a linebacker. He's in the best. They say he's in the best physical shape he's been in years. So it may be a very good pick. I'm not going to talk it down. I've taken him late in a bunch of drafts. So mock drafts.
Anthony, my statistical back on that is that there isn't any. But there also isn't any that he's going to be the best QB in the league this season. I just think that there's so much hype for him, and I watch the way he acts on the.
I don't think that matters. I think
the way he acts with the combine, I think that attitude can be a cancer in the locker room as well.
Okay, who are you talking about now, Will?
Williams.
I just don't think year one.
Caleb Williams. I think his dad hurts him.
I think year one's going to be a bust, and it's going to end up just hurting him mentally, and he's just not.
People don't realize
stuck with Fields.
What makes him a bust?
People don't realize how hard it is to play quarterback in Chicago. It's not called the Windy City because it's nice and easy to play in.
Yeah, and he did play in Southern
California.
Yeah.
And Jaden Daniels does not, and from everything I've heard, does not slide. And he's going to get killed in the NFL if he doesn't get down and get out of bounds.
We shall see. It's going to be a fun season.
It is going to be a fun season.
Greg, who do you think starts week 10 for Pittsburgh?
At quarterback?
QB.
I think Russell Wilson starts all year. But
really?
I've also said anybody that drafts Russell Wilson should draft Justin Fields in the 20th, 21st, 22nd round. It's a throwaway pick that you can always replace later, but it ensures the position.
I agree.
I also think Pittsburgh's going to be a much better offensive team this year.
Yeah, I do too. But I hope that Fields gets a little bit of a playing field. But
if Fields is the starter, Roman Wilson goes down in value. George Pickens probably stays the same, but Roman Wilson and Pat Freiermuth go down.
I agree.
Because Fields does not go from receiver to receiving option very well. But he also played in Chicago, and that's a tough place to play.
Yeah, I agree. Going to Anthony.
You are up, Greg.
Anthony, there's no data. He hasn't played yet. He's a rookie. We'll see at the end of the season.
I wanted to get my return guy in Miami. Also, if either Achane, if Mostert goes down, 33-year-old running back, Jalen Wright's going to get the majority of the carries there because they won't give him to Achane. Achane is a 10 to 12 carry guy, period. If Achane goes down, Jalen Wright becomes the speed back. And he may be the kick return. We don't know. I like this guy as the late guy to add to your roster. The one receiver I wanted to get that I wasn't able to today was Deebo Samuel. I've been trying to get him in a lot of drafts.
Yeah, he's going to have a good
I like Deebo.
Both of you guys sniped me, so thank you.
Which one?
Who did I snipe you with?
Jalen Wright. I mean, I wanted Chuba Hubbard because I wanted him while my guy, who do I have? Jonathan Brooks. Yeah, while he's sitting and waiting. So it would have been nice to get Chuba.
As insurance. Are you getting Miles Sanders there too?
He'll start. Miles Sanders is garbage, so he won't.
Yeah, but he's there, right?
Not even worth drafting.
Yeah. Joyce, the right pick? Yeah, I've got the right stuff, buddy. Hey, JC, did I tell you? When I got back from Germany, my niece, Heather, babysat our kids so my wife and I could have a weekend up north in Michigan, campground. My mom and dad had a trailer at a lake to the north park. We had a weekend alone without the kids. So when I came back, Heather asked, she wouldn't take money. She said she wanted to go see a concert. It was a new band that nobody had ever heard of. This is 1987. New Kids on the Block. And I got to tell you, those kids rocked it. I mean, I know it's bubblegum pop, but they played it a little bit heavier in concert, and they had a tremendous laser light show.
It's so funny. And then they just performed not too long ago this year.
NKOB.
They came back.
Yeah. And one of their performers, one of their singers, is brothers with Mark Wahlberg, who also was a singer. If you follow hip hop, Marky Mark.
Donnie Wahlberg, I think Donnie.
Donnie Wahlberg was on New Kids on the Block, and Mark was Marky Mark. Those Wahlberg kids can do it.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, I'm almost up again. Ugh. I'm going with a deep sleeper here, buddy.
Super
if
deep.
I don't get sniped.
How deep? Let me see. Do you have, let me see, where are you? Oh yeah, you do.
You can ask one question and I'll answer it.
Darnell Mooney.
Go.
I'm taking him.
Okay.
He'd have been a good stack for you with Kirk Cousins.
I already got Drake Pitt. I already got the Pitts. Kyle Pitts.
Oh. Yeah, he's not throwing to Pitts. Sorry.
Sorry.
I think this year he is.
Hey, you gotta remember, Kyle Pitts sends him a message. He says, hey, Kirk Cousins, man. I'll give you number 8. All you gotta do is throw me the ball. And Kirk Cousins goes, no, I'll just take a different number.
What tight end?
That right there says something.
That's gangster.
What tight end had the largest ADOT last year?
I mean, he's got to get touchdowns. That's the issue.
Well, no, he doesn't, because I've got Kincaid. He's a 1-week player.
That's true.
Is that a deep sleeper?
Mike Gesicki?
Yeah. I don't think I got my
Off
kicker.
the board. I like that pick. What round are we in? Let's see.
16.
All right, I got some room here then.
Right.
I put one player in my queue to see if he would make it to me. I like the Demario Douglas pick.
I like him a lot. That's my number 1 kicker right there. My number 1 kicker is off the board now.
Who is it?
Cameron Dicker. Dicker the kicker.
I actually took him in my actual live draft.
He's going to be the number 1 kicker this year.
This one, I took Justin Tucker, who has been the number 1 kicker going off the board in most Scott Fish drafts. And for him to last this late, the kicker run is on.
No, now I'm fading kicker. You guys took all the good ones.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean,
gotta count my players.
There's one more that I like here. You know what? I'll join the run. I'll take Bucker.
I thought you might go with Fairburn.
Nah, I like
That
Fairburn.
Atlanta offense is going to be hot.
Yeah, but with them, I mean, Kansas City. There's a lot of times with Kansas City, they'll go for the field goal. They won't go and try to score. They'll get
3.3 per extra point.
So I like Bucker. He's kind of an asshole, but they want him on that team.
He made one comment.
Hey, they want him on that team, and they're bad enough.
It got misquoted out of text, and if you actually listen to the comment, it wasn't that bad. But the press ate him alive. Just ate him alive.
It's all good. Daniel Carlson, former Vikings kicker. Then after he left the Vikings, he was the number 1 kicker overall the next year. He's like, F you. Theo Johnson off the board. Jerry's been watching some stuff from Disco.
Yeah, I think Bellinger's going to start there, to be honest. Disco doesn't.
I love Bellinger, so I hope you're right. Yeah, on MFL, dude. 3 or 4 is way to go. Take me some Ty Chandler. Give me a little bit of Minnesota love.
I want to thank you for that because I told you who I was taking.
Yep, he's the guy that, yeah, we talked about it. He's written right here.
Yep. He's not there for you anymore.
That's okay. I should have took him. I thought about taking him in the last round. Now I'm going to fade returners. I got one more guy in mind that I kind of like. I don't know if he'll be a returner. I'll be able to take him super late. Good pick. You knew who I was talking about when I brought it up, though. I like that. I can dig it. You're not going to get the highest scoring kicker in the last round. I already told you it's going to be Cameron Dicker. It's going to be.
Dicker the kicker.
Wow. I truly hope you're right.
It's because
is number 3 Caliking? Is number 3 Mace?
Yeah, this Mace.
Mace called me tonight, by the way, to talk about Scott Fishbowl draft. So Mace, I'm glad to see you in here with us because practice makes perfect.
Yes, it does. It's all right though. Even if you don't do good, it's all for charity. It's all for fun.
Well, and just remember that what you're practicing is never happening in real life.
Oh, for sure.
Well, Fairburn went, so that was kind of a kicker run that went the last round and a half or so. You got your kicker yet, Will?
Yeah. I grabbed them in the 7th round in JC.
Yeah. Oh, you took Aubrey.
Took Aubrey, like
I did.
Or anybody.
You could have got him in the 12th, and you'd have still been there for him.
Right.
I don't know.
11th round.
I'm telling you, I've done a lot of these mocks. Kickers.
No, I don't. You have. I think you probably have done more than me, but.
Okay, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody. I've got 54 seconds, so I got a little time. You like Dallas, right, Will?
I don't like Dallas. I love Dallas.
So you love that pick, right?
Turpin.
Oh yeah, that's a solid pick right there. It could be.
I just want to see what these new kickoff rules do. And Turpin was the kickoff and punt returner in Dallas last year.
Yep. Sometimes Tolbert can be thrown in there, but Turpin was the guy.
I actually want to get Kansas City's defense in the FF7s. Because I went in and I looked at the points scored by different teams, and KC's in one of the divisions where there were 2 teams that didn't score 300 points. And scoring in that FF7s, have you looked at the defensive scoring?
Yeah, I actually started. We started that draft, today, I think?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah. And that is, I got to tell you, Iggy did a great job on that because I was looking at the rules and I'm like, this is just going to be a blast. It's going to make you think. It's going to make you're playing against some people who know the IDP. I love a challenge.
I'm cheating. When I talked to Mace today, I said, "Are you in my division?" He said, "No." And I said, "Good. I'm going to call you and talk to you about IDP when it's my turn to draft IDP." Because he knows so much more about it. Iggy, Mace, Gary Davenport. Those are my 3 go-tos for IDP because I know that they all know it.
Leo's the #1 grader, I think, on...
He is, but I don't know Leo.
And he won the King's Classic last year, too.
He did, but I don't know Leo, and I know the other 3.
He's in our division. He's in our league. That's why I think I want to look.
Are you in the same league as I am?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, then. Oh, I thought that Mace said he was in the league with you.
You're at 16. I'm at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, you took Herbert Purdy. Let's see. Oh, so Crew, this guy here, he went. The first guy overall, he took Josh Allen. He went to Luaku and T.J. Watts.
He went with the defense.
I thought about taking T.J. Watt in the 2nd round. I didn't want to be the first guy to take a
defender.
Yeah, but I got other guys I'm pretty high on.
You know, the defensive teams score so much more than the individual defensive players. Somebody took Baltimore Ravens early in that.
Yeah, but you can get them. If you go look at the NBA. So here's the deal with that. This is how I kind of look at that. Here, let me change this format here. So,
I ended up at spot 8.
The way I kind of look at that for me is, if you go look at the scoring from last year, all the defenses are really close together. So that to me means that there's not a big enough difference for me to go out there and draft them early. I can get somebody else later. I can wait longer on it. So like the reason I took St. Brown is because I looked at other wide receivers around him in that area, and then if I were to wait, like there's a huge drop off. I feel like for points wise, but I mean per game, points per game. So I looked at players too, like at defense, because there is a drop point. You know, the difference between like T.J. Watt and Aluaku, and it's like 30 points to the next guy down. You know, it's a big difference. So you do get that, you know, upside. Gregory Dulcich.
Good tight end. I'm just glad I got my Gesicki before the secondary tight end run game.
I actually thought about getting in FF7.
I was talking about Gesicki at the live draft, and I got sniped on
it. You don't talk about the players you want.
I do, Will, because it's much more fun to beat somebody when they know what you're going to do than when they don't.
Okay, that's a good approach. I'm not gonna say it's bad.
It's an arrogant approach, but I'm good with that.
It's fantasy football. Gotta have a little arrogance in there.
Here, I'll take one of the guys who I think might be a returner. Lauby.
I took an extra running back. He was the kick and punt returner from Minnesota last year. You want the kick returner on a team that has a lousy defense, because they're going to give up a lot of scores.
JC, is there a giveaway at the end of this show?
Yeah, I forgot about that. We're almost through the end. Let's see.
We could do TSA bets.
Where are we at? What round are we in?
19.
There goes Bass. Yeah, that's a good pick too. Lauby.
Oh, Pete sniped me with Wilson. I only thought that you would snipe me, JC. I didn't think that Pete would.
All right, so yeah, let me grab that. Yeah, if you haven't won yet. So this is, if anybody knows about Bob Long, he runs the Fantasy Football Expo, which is 30 days away. So he writes a consistency guide, and it's on Amazon. It's one of the top sellers on Amazon. Let's see here. So we're gonna do a giveaway here. Let's do.
This book is awesome.
Put FISH fish in the chat if you want to get into a chance to win one of these. Basically, it would be a PDF version.
It's so good. If you're a numbers person, that's a great book.
Bob's been writing that book for probably 20 years.
Bob is awesome.
It was an FSWA publication of the year. It is very good.
Yeah, FISH.
2018 won the award. It is very good. And basically, it talks about it smooths out the bumps. If you're in a best ball, you don't care if a guy scores a lot one week and nothing the next week. But if you're managing a team, you have to guess when a guy's going to have a good game. That consistency guide is outstanding.
I agree.
And if you're going to the expo, you can get him to autograph it for you too.
Bob Lung is a star in my book.
And he's a gentleman. I'm telling you, I want to get 2 people into the Hall of Fame, and I'm going to make a big push for it this year. I want Scott Fish and Bob Long in the Hall of Fame. They've done more for this hobby than anybody else, myself included.
That's definitely
they're
definitely
great.
Good nomination.
They're great people.
I'm going to reach out to Andy Behrens. He's the president of the FSWA, and see what I need to do to get them on the ballot and to publicize it, because I'm going to reach out to all the people that follow me and say, look, if you've got any pull, if you vote, these two guys deserve it more than anybody. Oh, JC's like, come up soon.
What was that?
You're up.
I am up.
You're not going to snipe me. I know better. I haven't been sniped all day today. This is unusual for me, because I do tell people who I want.
Sam Howell.
I'm going with what may be the eventual starter in Denver.
I don't think so.
I don't think Javonte. I think Javonte Williams is done.
Yeah, I know.
I think Jaleel McLaughlin may start, but this guy's a lot bigger than Jaleel.
Oh, Jaleel's got so much talent. Opportunity when it came, he looked very, very ready. Very ready.
I don't disagree.
How was his pick next round? So I sniped somebody. Yes. Yeah, I think Howell's going to be. I think he ends up taking over that role, and you want him to. I mean, he had number one.
I think Gino's going to throw. I think with the new offensive coordinator, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, they're going to throw more. And I'd love to know how that's going to affect Kenny Walker. Does it mean Zach Charbonnet gets more time? I don't know.
Think either one of them are really a catching running back. I mean, Charbonnet maybe just a little bit more. I mean, it's not like they're kind of the same style, except Kenneth Walker's better. They're like the same running back.
I missed that statement by Javonte that you just put up. Can you put it back up for?
They're going to run Javonte into the dirt this year.
I don't know, Tony. There's rumors out of the camp that he did not look good.
You said second year is more back from injury.
No, I agree with that. But there were just rumors out of camp this year that he did not look good.
Hope everything's going okay, Mel. At least you weren't in Texas, during the hurricane. So there's that. Good blocker, good pass catcher.
Is you talking about Kenny?
Callie King, you lose the draft just for that last pick.
Who'd he take?
Alexander Madison.
Oh. Well, you took Ty Chandler.
Well, Alexander Madison.
Took one half dozen of the other.
No. Ty Chandler, when he got the opportunity, looked way better than Madison. Madison is bad.
Deep sleeper coming up. In T-3. T-2.
Pat takes my guy. Pat took my guy. A.T. Perry. I like the Clyde pick.
I'm taking the UFL kicker as a second kicker, but as one who has the potential to kick 60-yard field goals. Guy's got to beat out Badgley, but they did give the kid some money to sign with Detroit. And they signed him to a 2-year contract, if I'm not mistaken. And he's the 22nd pick, so I could cut him if he doesn't do it. Well, I could if this was a real name.
Definitely can cut him. Oof, yuck. There's another guy I think who can start soon.
Who's that? I can't see the screen. It's too small.
Spencer Rattler. I'm not taking him, but I like Spencer Rattler. I think he's going to be better. I mean, anybody's better than Derek Carr.
I was going to say he's in New Orleans, right?
Yeah. I mean, Derek Carr's not good.
And he's got good receivers there.
I know. Spencer Rattler, he just played behind one of the worst offensive lines in the SEC. I'll tell you that. Joe Flacco.
I like that pick because he's backing up Anthony Richardson, who was hurt last year, and he played extremely well in Cleveland when he was called up.
That is done. All right, let me see who we got here in the chat. Duarte, I got Duarte. Let me get everybody in this duck race.
I put the names in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, do not put my name for the horse.
No. like I said, once again, if you want to, I think Jerry, I'm pretty sure won an autograph one from Bob Long.
Cool.
At the expo, or at the I think we went to Cincinnati. I think the Cincinnati one.
While you're doing this, I want to put something out to the people in the chat.
Sure.
I recently ordered a ring from Trophy Smack for my league's champion. It was the FF Formula team won our league last year, and it came in Saturday, but it was the wrong ring. Everything about it was right except the inscription. So I got a hold of their customer support. Their customer support is outstanding. They asked me to take a picture of the ring and a picture of the document that they shipped with it, which had a picture of what I ordered, and it was clear. And then they said, well, I asked them, what do you want me to do with the ring? They said, you can throw it away, you can keep it, you can do whatever you want with it. You don't need to send it back. So I'm going to take it to the expo. There is a team in a Yahoo League, I Googled it, named Better Than Thielen. And that was inscribed on the ring. And they're the 2020 champions of that Yahoo League. But there's no way for me to identify the league, the commissioner, or even the team. So if any of you know how to identify somebody, Google Better Than Thielen Fantasy Football, and you'll find the team because it comes up. If you can get a hold of the owner, I'll take it with me and I'll give it to them in the expo. I have no problem giving them a ring. And if they've already got a replacement, which is likely, they can have two.
It's a sweet ring. I mean, Trophy Smack does a hell of a job. I'm going to share this screen. I appreciate everybody. We have 60 live viewers, which is really great. Appreciate everyone hanging out with us. If you want to, like I said, if you hopped over to YouTube, you could get into this giveaway. But I think we're gonna do it right now. So we can get up out of here. I might do some.
You got a picture of the ring, right?
I think. I don't know if I have it.
It's a generic one, though. I think I sent you a generic one, not the actual ring.
It might be on a different. Let me see.
It doesn't matter. Come to the expo, you can see the real thing.
Yeah, 100%. If anybody's going to the expo, I would highly suggest going. If anybody's part of fantasy football, or if you're a consumer, if you're an analyst or a content creator.
You're a player.
Yeah.
If you're just a fantasy player, you can meet the people you hear on the radio. Bob Henderson's there next to him all the time. He goes.
Oh, yeah.
Scott Engel goes.
Yeah, I picked Scott Engel.
Mitch was there. Yeah.
I picked Scott Engel up from the airport last year.
She did.
Dang.
Scott Engel called me out in the lobby Friday night. I'm mingling with people and I hear, that's Frank Kellogg. He's an OG. And I turned around and I'm looking, what? And it was Scott.
Jerry got him to sign it at the Cincy one. I think we're going to give away one at the booth, maybe two of them. I'll have them sign it and we'll give them away at the booth. So that'll
or auction them.
Supports him, supports us. I think we're gonna do something. I think we're gonna do something fun. I haven't decided. We might have something duck related at the expo. So, Mr. Worldwide, hey, he's gonna be at the Dallas draft this weekend. And you need to figure out when the
Mr. Worldwide. What's his real name?
Rich Gonzalez.
Oh, Rich, you're Mr. Worldwide? Okay.
He's Mr. Worldwide.
Well, Rich, I'm going Saturday is when I was told the draft was. It's on the 13th. And our draft was on the 6th, which was a Saturday. 7 days later is the so if you're going on the 14th, there may be two different dates for Dallas.
Yeah, I think ours is on a Saturday. I believe so.
Yeah, there were some on Sundays.
I had to look up my day too. So. It's a Frito Bandito. All right, yeah, we're going to do this giveaway. Appreciate everyone coming to hang out with us tonight. Yeah, hop over to YouTube. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Really helps the channel out. A lot of fun things. I might hop over to Drafters here and maybe I'll do it around 9. So 10 o'clock or maybe the next 20 minutes. Basically, if anybody has Drafters or wants to get involved with it, man, you can be drafting all year. all year we can draft. So DFS stuff is all drafting. So you draft against people and basically win money instead of just.
Draft is good.
And the baseball stuff you don't even have to manage. You just draft, and then if you do well, you win. You win money, big money.
All right, let me pull over the giveaway here.
Yeah, for $15, you could win $500,000 on drafters.
Yeah, definitely. For $15, yeah, there's 500,000 on there, and then I think it's. I gotta learn the winnings. I think it's 12.5 for the. Let me see real quick.
It's 20,000 for the $2 ones, I think. Might be 25, but I think it's 20,000.
Yeah, 25,000 a first for the $2,000 for the $2 buy-in. We're gonna do some $2 tonight. So, all right, here's the giveaway. This is for the draft guide. So everybody who put fish in the chat, this is for the draft guide. So, Mel, you're on the clock, and FF7 says Rich. Check your FF7s.
That's awesome.
For mock draft stuff, we do it on Monday. But if anybody wants to do drafters, I almost do it every night. So just get with me if you want to.
Do you have a set time on your draft after dark?
So Mondays will probably be 10 p.m. Eastern time, but the rest I'm gonna try to do one every night. Mondays and Fridays are gonna be 10 p.m. Eastern because we do this show, and then Friday I like to do it late at night, and then every other night I'm gonna try to do it at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So it'll be like 8 p.m. Central. So it's just easier for some people, because they have work the next day. So I'm gonna get on and probably hop on and do some of those tonight. I gotta get my skills up a little bit. Last night I was really rusty. I do not like drafting from the back end of the draft in best ball. I cannot stand it. I don't like how my teams turn out. I just right in the middle to the first half. I don't like being first either. So like spot 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm good with those spots. Everything else I'm just like
Just so you know, Greg, the only, at least on scottfishbowl.com, the only one that is happening is going to be on the 14th. And I believe that's a Sunday.
It is a Sunday. Okay, I will reach out to those folks because I was told the 13th, and I have plans for that Sunday. So, yeah, we're going to see our old pastor.
Oh, yeah, that's important.
Yeah, there's only 2, it says. But I don't know. Could be another one.
All right, we're going to do this giveaway. Good luck, everybody. We got 5 people in here. Like I said, this is for the Fantasy Football Consistency Guide from Bob Lung. I know Mel's already won. Rich has already won. Jerry won. So let me get everyone. I know Pete and Will have one. I'm sure Greg has one.
I do not, but that's okay.
All right, let's put a timer in here. Somebody give me about
Mel
Greg.
will be the $2 one.
Greg, give me a number.
$15 for 500,000. 155.
155. All right, 155. Greg says 155. So this will be a long race. Here we go. Good luck, Farquad, Mace, Duarte, Pat. Who else do we have in here?
Farquad, Mace, Duarte.
Something that ends in a Y.
Oh, Anthony.
Okay.
It's so cut off. It's crazy.
Oh, that's a really small squad for us.
All right, I'm also gonna mix this up a couple times.
Do it 4 times. You usually do it 3. Do it 4. Get
3,
an even number in there.
And 4. All right, here we go. Good luck, everyone. Let me just make sure nobody else hopped in here real quick. All right, here we go.
Mel, it's the $2 draft that he's doing on draft.
Yeah, it'll be a $2 one. So basically, I'll let you know when I'm going live and when we're jumping in. If I say I'm queuing up, that means we're jumping into the $2. So I'll post it. Like I said, I got to go out after this show. I got to go out and create a thumbnail and create the show so then we can hop on. Yeah, I'm just going to be chilling tonight. We'll do some drafting.
I do want to thank JC and Will for hosting me tonight. Very kind gentlemen.
Thank you for coming on.
Oh, my pleasure.
And I'll see you Thursday.
That's right. After the hurricane, it was nice to do fantasy football.
Hurricanes are fun during, but not after.
Yeah. We used to have typhoon parties and everyone would just go to someone's house and get drunk. Yeah.
Look at that Mace guy.
There's nothing else you can do.
Still a minute left.
He's going too early. You don't want to get out until the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, if you guys go on Drafters and use TSA bets.
$2 mini. $2 mini. So
they match up to 100.
No, I'll send you once I get if you want to draft with me tonight, Mel, shoot me a text message and I'll get you the link to watch the video, and then you just come on and watch the video and I'll let you know what I'm getting. I'm gonna let you know what I'm getting on.
What's up, Disco?
Energy, what's up? Stopping by right when we start doing some duck races.
Hey, Disco.
Hi, buddy. Appreciate you. Everyone should go follow Disco on YouTube.
Good stuff.
And on Twitter.
Man, he's picked up a lot lot of followers since he started.
He's
what, 650 subscribers, something like that?
Here comes Anthony. Oh, here comes Mace.
Yep.
Mace
got it.
He got the magic dust. He hit himself with a little magic dust from the witch hat.
You know, JC, it's the amphetamines.
There we go, Mace. I'll let him know. He might not be watching, but he was talking in the draft chat, so I threw him in there. Same thing with the squad. They're probably drafting and couldn't watch, so I threw him in there. And appreciate everyone doing that with us. Yeah, every Monday we do a giveaway. We're gonna be giving one of these away every Monday until up to the season starts. So, and then come check us out also at the Expo. If you're gonna be at the Expo, we're gonna be at booth 14. Booth 14. So right when you walk up the aisle and you're about to turn the corner, you'll see us right straight ahead. We'll be right there, right as you turn the corner. I know, pretty sure Disco's supposed to be there, and he's gonna be there with Drafters. A couple other guys, Bayou. I know Bayou's going to be there too, and Slee's going to be there. So a lot of people going to be out there. We're finally going to have a booth this year. Greg, it's going to be a fun time. The Expo is always a good time. Such a good. The way I say to people, like, this is how I describe it. I was like, think of a family reunion where everyone gets along and everyone loves fantasy football. That's exactly.
Do you know Akash? Akash.
Oh, Akash, yeah.
Akash. He says he's showing up, and this year he gets to drink because he just turned 21. And I said, and somebody says, well, you should wear a beard. You'll look older. He says, I've got one. I said, 3 days growth is not a beard. Check out JC. That's a beard.
And Will's got a big one too.
Oh, Will's got a goatee. That's not a beard.
Oh,
Pete's got a
big one. Will's got to grow it out so he can fit it.
He could do a Matt Donnelly. That stash, that's the cleanest stash.
Matt Donnelly's got the best mustache in the game, dude.
It's
I can't
good. Compete with him. I can't.
It's insane.
You could.
I don't think I can pull that off. Not even just like looking. I don't think I grow that well.
Yeah, Mel. Draft while you guys are here.
So Mel, I can't send you a direct link to where I'm going to be drafting at. It's on Drafters, so go open up Drafters. If you're here and you don't have Drafters, go download Drafters right now. If you want to, you can put $100 in there and they'll match you $100. All you got to use is our TSA bets. That's
JC, this is for you. Pick 18.6. The Houston live draft. I just got Cameron Dicker as my kicker.
Woo. Dicker the kicker.
I love it. He's one of my favorite kickers this year. I think that's going to be different.
I took one of Disco's favorite people the round before. I took Jermaine Burton from Cincinnati. Disco loves Burton.
There we go. What'd you get, Disco? I need to hear about it. First two
CD
picks.
Lamb and
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. Oh, that was the one I was going to say.
It's got to be Jamar Chase and somebody.
Well, he did say that he thought Jamar Chase was the top receiver this year, I think.
Go Burrow and Jamar Chase. I can't remember what spot he was drafting from. Yeah, see, that's exactly what Pete says too.
That's a nice stack.
Pat said his 5th out of 5 good in his race.
Yeah, but Burrow's been going in the 4th or 5th round. So,
let's go.
I think I would have taken Chase and then waited for Burrow.
Yeah, I don't think Chase is gonna be. Yeah, I don't know. I really want Rich. I
know. Third round reversal. He would have had the 3rd pick in the 3rd round. He could have got Burrow there. He could have got Chase and the top running back, and then gone with Burrow.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. Like I said, if anybody wants to hop on Drafters, go download Drafters, go sign up. You can even throw $5 in there if you want to just get. I mean, we're gonna be doing some $2, but I mean, I'd highly recommend using the advantage of getting the match. You know, we can match you up to $100, or Drafters does when you use our promo code TSA Bets. TSA BETS. Go hop on, get your match, hop into some $2 drafts with us. We're going to be drafting tonight, so if anybody wants to go over there, I'm basically gonna create a stream. I'll let everybody know, that I'm going live on Twitter, and then we'll be on there, and then I'll wait for some people to hop in, and then I'll just basically go live, and I'll say, hey, everybody, hop into the queue for the $2, and then we'll start drafting, and we'll have some fun, late night drafts, but. This has been fun, y'all, man. I love Greg. I love having you on. I always love chatting football with you.
It's always a good time.
Pleasure. I'm glad I got to meet you last year, and you're part of TSA, so thank you.
Hey, and public thank you. Will created my backdrop with the TSA logo on it, and it is smashing. Can you make it full screen so people can see it, JC?
Oh, yours bigger? Yeah. Let me make you bigger.
All of them bigger. Make them all bigger. Well, that's you. Yeah, there. That's good. You can see it there. There we go. Anyway, Will does great work. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're gonna have
and he's my guest on Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday night.
Thursday checkdown. Yeah, definitely come and check that out. Thursday. What time, Greg?
And just saying without saying, because I don't need to hear that sound bite.
I don't play that one. That's Iggy plays it for you. That's Iggy. He got Iggy special for you. Yeah. All right, man. I love you, Greg. Love you, Will. Appreciate y'all very much. What y'all do. You just hit 70 live views. So appreciate everyone. Like I said, I'm gonna be going live again here soon to do some drafters. So if you want to do some best ball, come hang out with me, man. And come get on the YouTube. Come get subscribed on the YouTube over at the Sports.
Like and subscribe on YouTube.
Yep. 100%. We'll be live again on Thursday, but every single night I'm going live to do some drafters. So late night, come hang out. Let everyone. Greg is mistaken for what?
Oh, it doesn't matter, Will. It doesn't. I'm mistaken a lot.
All right, everyone. Appreciate everyone. Peace out.
Later.
Peace.
Hook 'em horns.
Love, peace, and applesauce. Later.
I'm not a Texas guy, but I do love that hook 'em horns.
Let's go.